What if you could take a script, upload it into an AI tool, and get an entire long-form video back in minutes? Not a few disconnected clips, not dozens of prompts you have to generate one by one. An actual video that follows your story, matches your narration, and gives you a visual foundation to build on. Today, I'm testing Agent Opus, a new AI video creation platform that can generate up to 10 minutes of video from a script, voiceover, or idea. If you've ever tried creating long-form AI videos before, you know the process can get messy fast. You write a script, generate scenes in one tool, create images in another, animate them somewhere else, then spend hours editing everything together. So the big question is, can Agent Opus actually simplify that workflow and help creators get to a usable long-form video faster? Let's find out. Agent Opus is designed around a simple idea. Instead of generating individual clips one at a time, it helps you create an entire visual story from your script or narration. You start with a concept, script, or voiceover. Then, Agent Opus analyzes the content and generates visuals that align with the story you're trying to tell. The goal isn't to replace creators. The goal is to eliminate the hardest part for many people, getting the visual layer of a video started. Because most creators don't struggle with ideas, they struggle with turning those ideas into visuals. And that's exactly what Agent Opus is trying to solve. For this review, I didn't want to use any default examples or demo projects. I wanted to create something original. So I decided to build a mini documentary-style video about a futuristic city powered entirely by AI. I already had a script prepared. The script covered how the city operates, AI-powered transportation, smart infrastructure, daily life for citizens, and future challenges and opportunities. It was several minutes long and contained multiple scenes and transitions. This made it a good test because the AI had to maintain consistency across a longer narrative. One thing Agent Opus encourages creators to do is avoid relying on default styles. Instead, you can create your own visual identity. For my project, I wanted a cinematic science fiction aesthetic. I described the style as a futuristic megacity with realistic architecture, cinematic lighting, advanced transportation systems, ultra-detailed environments, dramatic atmosphere, and professional documentary visuals. This is important because the final result depends heavily on the visual direction you provide. The AI needs guidance. The more specific your instructions are, the better the output tends to be. Next, I added detailed scene instructions. Rather than simply saying, "show a future city," I described what should happen visually. I wanted aerial shots of skyscrapers connected by elevated transit systems. I wanted autonomous vehicles moving through smart roads. I wanted AI-controlled energy grids powering the city. And I wanted scenes showing citizens interacting with advanced technology. The key lesson here is to treat Agent Opus like a creative collaborator. The more information you provide, the more intentional the final video feels. Once everything was ready, I started the generation process. This is where Agent Opus becomes interesting. Instead of producing isolated clips, it worked toward generating a longer visual sequence based on the complete story. After processing the script and instructions, the platform began building the video. This is where I started seeing the biggest advantage. Instead of spending hours generating dozens of individual scenes, I was getting a complete visual foundation from a single workflow. Now let's talk about the actual output. Overall, I was impressed by how well the visuals aligned with the narrative structure. The AI understood major story beats. When the narration discussed transportation visuals appeared. When the story shifted toward infrastructure and technology, the visuals adapted accordingly. That level of context awareness is important for long-form content. The cinematic quality was also surprisingly good. Lighting looked consistent, scenes felt connected, transitions generally made sense. Most importantly, the video felt like one project rather than a collection of random AI clips. After testing it, I think Agent Opus is strongest in several areas. First, educational content. If you're explaining a concept, technology, historical event, or future scenario, the tool can generate supporting visuals quickly. Second, documentary-style storytelling. The platform works well when narration drives the experience. Third, faceless YouTube channels. Many creators spend huge amounts of time finding stock footage or creating visuals. Agent Opus can dramatically reduce that workload. And finally, concept videos. If you have an idea but don't know how to visualize it, Agent Opus helps bridge that gap. It's important to understand what this tool is and what it isn't. Agent Opus doesn't replace creativity, it doesn't replace storytelling, and it definitely doesn't replace good scripting. The quality of your results still depends heavily on your concept, your script, your visual direction, and your instructions. Think of it as a visual foundation, not the finished product. The strongest creators will still add talking head footage, screen recordings, product demonstrations, sound design, and custom editing. Those additions are what transform a generated video into something unique. If I were using Agent Opus regularly, here's how I'd approach it. First, write a strong script. Second, create a custom visual style. Third, provide detailed instructions for scenes and pacing. Fourth, generate the visual foundation. And fifth, bring everything into your editor and enhance it with your own footage, voiceover, effects, and branding. That workflow gives you the best balance between AI efficiency and human creativity. So, is Agent Opus worth trying? If you've been frustrated by complicated AI video workflows, I think the answer is yes. Its biggest strength isn't perfect visuals. Its biggest strength is helping creators get from idea to long-form video much faster. Instead of juggling multiple tools and building everything scene by scene, you can generate a substantial visual foundation from a single workflow. And for many creators, that's the hardest part of the process. Agent Opus doesn't replace your creativity, it accelerates it. And that makes it one of the more interesting AI video tools I've tested recently. If you'd like to see the exact project I created, check out the project link in the description and use it as a starting point for your own ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.